ADHD stands for Attention Deficit and Hyperactivity Disorder. ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder that typically appears into childhood and often continues into adulthood. It can affect a person's ability to focus, to control impulses, and to manage energy levels. People with ADHD may struggle with attention, organization, memory, and emotional regulation, but it's important to realize that each person experiences ADHD in a different way. ADHD has been recognized in different ways throughout history. In the late 1700s, it was seen as a type of mental restlessness, but by the early 1900s, doctors began describing it as a medical disorder. Children in the mid-1900s, it was linked to brain damage, and it was often called a minimal brain dysfunction. During the 1960s and 70s, the focus was on hyperactivity, and simultaneously medication started being used in the 1980s. It was named Adhd in the 1987 and was officially introduced. Since then, the awareness has grown, and today it is understood as a brain-based condition that affects both children and adults. Now, ADHD is divided into three main categories. The first one is the one focused on the attention and is formally known as ADD or Attention Deficit Disorder, and it's focused on people that lacks attention or that is hard for them to pay attention for a long time on things. However, they present something called hyperfixation, which is that they cannot control the amount of attention that they put on something. So sometimes they focus too much, and sometimes, and which is most of the time, they can't focus on anything. The second one is the one that is aimed to hyperactivity, and is the one that is called ADHD, Attention Deficit and Hyperactivity Disorder. These people have issues by controlling to regulate their emotions and states of being. And finally, and the most common, is a combined type of the two of them. That is, and they present both characteristics of both types of ADHD.
Explanation of the problem faced the student with ADHD. In English, how this condition affects in the learning. This student attention deficit hyperactivity disorders, ADHD, have difficult concentrating during in the class, especially in repetitive activities, such as learning the vocabulary, reading aloud the test, or studying the grammar rules. The last is the Adhd. The also thing that is difficult to retain is the new information, the temporality. This cause is the tend to the most important information creating the case in the learning on the software the programs. The activity to teach English to children with ADHD is the crucial to use strategies that encourage the focus and engagement. These include the hands of the visual and the multisensory activities, game and structuring routines. Below there are some strategies and activity. Visual activity. Use the picture, the flashcard, and the videos to teach the word of the phrase. 2. Auditory activity. Listen to English, the songs, audiobooks, and podcasts, improving the listening in comprehension of the vocabulary. 3. Practical activities for the play, the game, the board games, and the physical activity to aid the children. Thank you.